the enemy is picking.
Among the plains exists.
Always on the way.
Hey guys, like I promised in my previous video, in this one I will be playing against two OP heroes in the current meta, Mathilda and Eve. Also, I'm just going to play a somewhat underrated mage, Sicilian. I think nowadays players prefer mages that can instant burst like Eudora, Lunox, Kagura and whatnot, which is why Sicilian has kinda lost its popularity, but he's still a very deadly mage, especially in the late game. Mathilda and Eve are such a scary combo. Eve can deal tons of damage, but her only weakness is that she doesn't have a dash skill, but Mathilda can easily cover for that weakness. Never try to fight Mathilda in the early game, you will 100% not win that trade. It's recommended to cast his second skill first to group up the minions, so his first skill can hit all of them at the same time. Also, remember to not use his second skill more than 2 times in a row in the early game. Be efficient with the mana usage, you will need it to farm his stacks as quickly as possible.
So cold.
Oof, that was a clutch save. One more balls on his face and Johnson would have died for sure.
Golly sidestep.
Joe was trying to outplay me with those sidestep, but I outplay his outplay. I knew they were doing the turtle, but since we were outnumbered, I thought it was very risky to try to contest it. I wanted to farm my stacks instead. But somehow that risky play paid off in the end.
It was at this moment.
If your hero doesn't use mana, it's a good idea to let a mana dependent hero to take the lethal. We are losing the early game, but it was quite expected, since their composition is a lot stronger in the early game. The good thing about Sicilian is that he can clear waves extremely fast. It's kinda hard to push his lane.
Bloody embrace.
I just kept shooting at Eve from outside of her ult's range. I wasn't really that scared of Hayabusa, because I saw her core right behind me.
Hello there.
Mathilda was 100% dead, so I was aiming for a different target.
One step ahead.
Once you get Enchanted Talisman, you have more freedom to spam his first skill. Once you get Lightning Truncheon, that's when you can start dealing an insane amount of damage. The perfect emoji for this situation.
Target locked.
Remember, when the target is in point blank distance, his first skill will still deal maximum damage. Once you have farmed a decent amount of passive stacks and got Lightning Truncheon, Cecina is probably the mage that hits the hardest with one single skill. Just got Winter Truncheon right on time. If you know how to play passively and smart in the early game, then Sicilian is still an amazing mage pick. Also, he's one of the best mages for making a comeback, so feel free to pick him if you think the game is going to last for a long time.